to really push the lead. Nothing's come from it. Top lane has a bit of an advantage for Kingin. Sure, that's fine. And the bot lane, it's like both supports have just been roaming to assist the junglers, and G1 Hype have just been 1v1.
Yeah, and not even really one. Oh, there's the flash over. The flash out from Calyx. He just found the angle.
Yep.
And so Closer looks a little bit silly in the end.
Quick response coming out from Calyx to dodge away from that ult. Certainly would have gone down if that had hit. And just a trade of flashes as is. Which I think, honestly, Closer's okay with a trade of flashes in that situation, because I think the Corki flash is a little bit more valuable when the goal of Bro is often going to be to target him. But still, was looking for the solo kill angle and does not find it.
Not quite. Still, having to go for a bit of a reset could be problematic. We'll see. As Morgan fighting against Kingin once again. Chains do work out here, and you can see the Aatrox having a final time into the Renekton. We know that our Lord, a bit of a Renekton connoisseur, so does understand this matchup very effectively.
He knows all of Kingin's tricks.
Oh, he does. He, in fact, wrote the book on them.
Does he know the most advanced trick, though? The have Nidalee gank trick, yeah.
I think he does. He knows that there isn't very much of an option there outside of call the rest of your mates. And they know that one as well, as Polo getting taken down solo. He'll be killed. Calyx gonna grab that one for himself, and now Morgan knows that he's even more in danger, as Gideon hasn't quite found the spear angle. Dominus popped already, as Kingin just looking to clear out this wave. They don't need to kill him to deny Morgan a bunch of stuff, as they will probably still kill him though, if they're given the opportunity. Still flash out from Kingin, flash out from Gideon as well, as Croco shows up. And Morgan feeling okay about this, outside of the fact that the farm situation's not looking great.
This passage of play, I think, started really smart from the... Oh, Croco.
Okay, watch out. All right, Lehens, 50% health on him now, as Gideon can actually heal him up. He gets out of the bullet time, has another Eclipse, and there is the sleep onto Gideon. Croco is going to sacrifice himself for it, and Kingin getting the kill is probably bad news, but he gets 2 for his trouble. There is the knock-up, as Kingin will just get shot in the back of the head by Hype. And down goes the Crocodile, and Bro, in the end, trade up pretty massively.
What started is actually a pretty heads-up and good play from Nongshim with this pick. So they're pressuring the top lane, and they know that means Bro are going to move over to respond. So they get this great pick on Apollo. This is really smart stuff. And then they stay around. You know, they lose flashes on Gideon and on Kingin, trying that dive for no reason. And then they hang around way too long, and you have limited time to make a play. If you hang around long enough, more members will show up. In fact, Polu's back after dying. That's how long they've been here.
Yeah.
And they just give over a ton of free kills that Bro are happy to take.
And Kingin as well might have been able to get... Okay, never mind. Got a bit of a battle here in this mid lane, as both of our mid laners are just taking away their own health bars. And otherwise, not too much is going to occur. But I do feel like if Kingin had have just stood near his turret a little bit more, the heroic charge would have left Poppy there. She was like, she could only tank 3 turret shots.
Yeah, I think he was like, I don't want to get stunned. I'll get stunned if I stay here, but he got stunned anyway just outside the turret.
Yeah.
Ended up worse in that situation.
I don't mind the decision. It's just interesting that in hindsight, he might have just naturally killed Polo just for existing.
Hindsight is really broken.
It is.
It needs a bit of a nerf.
It does. Echo should really be a lot stronger than he is.
Yeah.
You know,
low accurate Echo is pretty unbalanced.
As Chronicle would know if he had have watched Arcane Season 2.
Yeah. I mean, at least we know that we mentioned it to him, we bullied him for it, and he definitely went home on that day and watched it, right?
No.
Right? What?
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
In fact, it's got to the point now where there's no hope of him watching it because he's just too stubborn.
He is very stubborn.
It's a little bit of a rubble.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's okay. We'll be able to find another analyst. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean it's okay. I just I guess some people aren't into League of Legends as much as others.
Yeah. Some people just aren't dedicated. Like we are. I watched it day 1.
Oh, same.
Immediately. I didn't understand it day 1, and still don't understand it whatever day this is. So much. Like, I get the gist. So does Closer. The gist is he's dead.
I just love seeing this. It's like you have Lehens layering all the CC perfectly, and then Jiwoo's just like long-range orbital cannon coming in.
He's like, cheers for the assist, guys!
Yeah, but it just really is the icing on the cake. That just means 100% Closer had no chance of evading that. And it's kind of frustrating because Polo was there. And I feel like sometimes that happens when you have a teammate nearby. You're like, "Hey, you know, I'm safe. It'll take time for them to kill me. He'll be able to come in and nope, it took no time at all.
Nope. All right, Nongshim getting to work on this dragon. We'll get them to another objective point as far as these feats of strength are concerned. Bro have already locked that one down for the kills. You always just turning up for the scraps, but knows that there'll be a bunch of souls left on the floor, so does collect them for himself. 37 going to be the count.
Yeah, doing pretty good in terms of souls, and I mean, souls are going to be much lower with farming center compared to fasting center because, you know, fasting center got way more souls to compensate for the fact you don't have items. And obviously we saw farming center souls get buffed, but it's still lower than fasting. But we've seen some low numbers in the LCK.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is setting like a pretty decent pace so far. Closing on that 40 at about 15 minutes. We've seen, you know, players like 5 minutes later than this having this amount.
Ooh, that's going to be a Trinity Force proc in that last shot. Otherwise, it looked like a really good trade there from Closer, trying to pressure out Calix, who doesn't have his teleport. Actually, very recently used it. And it could mean that Nongshim not going to be able to fight for this Rift Herald, although Gideon trying to get himself in position. There's the ultimate going wide from Polo, but still, they're able to secure it. Very nicely done here for Bro, keeping the pressure up, keeping the gold lead in their favor. About 1,000, a little bit under. As still, definitely anyone's game right now.
Yeah, doing a good job so far. And the thing is, Nongshim were kind of moving over, trying to find a window to contest, and as a result, didn't really get anything from that situation.
Calix kind of okay with having the turret there to help him out, but Shelly is going to come on through, and she hasn't actually started hitting yet. And so started charging. She is hitting. Closer might just be dead as the flash away. It's the concentrating on Shelly being the problem here, you know, as she just does nothing.
They changed Rift Herald to make it very hard to mess up, very hard not to get value from it, because before there were so many times where teams would get Rift Herald and just get nothing from it, and they'd be like, well, what was the point?
When did they buff Corki, by the way? Just feels like Corki doesn't do as much nothing as it used to.
I don't think they buffed him that recently.
Yeah, right. I didn't really see it. But that is still going to be feats of strength going over to Bro, but maybe it's going to be a team fight victory here for Nongshim. However, Bros are able to get themselves out of the way. Bowling Ball will be avoided. And Hype just walked up to the outer turret in mid lane and killed it. So that means the Bros get feats of strength.
Yeah. I mean, this is one of the things with the MF. Once you hit that Bloodthirster spike, even a Senna who has a lot of sustain just can't do anything, because anytime you trade, she just heals up off the wave and keeps pressuring you. So getting a lot of benefit there for the side of Bro. It will be a tower traded back though by Nongshim to keep the gold close, even if the feats